Hello, it's Easy Target coming back at you with another Diablo 3 Challenge Rift video. This is week 78, and as you can see on screen, we have a Demon Hunter. Here we're going to be going over the maps with the elite placements, briefly be going over the skills and abilities, along with the gear, and then I'll be going over and showing you how I will be running the Rift with the abilities given, and then hopefully with all that, help you out complete your Rift. Let's get started. Alright, starting off we have Vengeance, Vault, Smokescreen, Preparation, Evasive Fire, Multi-Shot. And for the passives we have Steady Aim, Ballistics, Blood Vengeance, and Ambush. Taking a quick look at the gear, looks like it's going to be a non-set setup. Do keep note, one of the gems actually buffs your damage the further you are away from the enemy. So whenever you're killing the elites and stuff, you want to stay max distance. Alright, and this is how I'm going to use the skills here. We're going to use the Vengeance almost all the time. You want to make sure that's active and going because you get 40% increased damage. Then you're going to use your Vault just to move around the map to get through enemies whenever you're stuck and whatnot. Same thing with Smokescreen, so you have two evasive abilities. And then also whenever you're using Smokescreen, you move faster, so that helps out with that. And then whenever you're going through and you are using your Vaults, you'll be using up some resources, but very little at a time. But it can, whenever you're moving from elite to elite, go away. So then you can go ahead and use your preparation and it gives you a resource back. If you're going ahead and you're using your multi-shot and you're using your hatred up, you can go ahead and just use your evasive fire to go ahead and get that resource back. But usually it works out pretty well as long as you keep up your vengeance, because it gives you 10 hatred per second, so that keeps you topped off pretty good as well. And other than that, we're just going to be going through the level using multi-shot as our damage dealer, and I can't decide if I'm going to be kiting things and killing it on the way, doing the trash as I go, or if I just skip everything completely and go from elite to elite. But let's go ahead and jump on into the Rift and see what I decided. Alright, so once we're in the Rift here, this is what I've decided for how I'm going to run this thing. Basically, you want to have Vengeance up all the time, especially whenever you're on the elites. So whenever you're going through, try to save it kind of for the elites, but it does come up pretty quickly, so you can use it for trash and kind of just push through there just to get a little level progression as you're going through as well. But whenever you're at the elites, you definitely want to have the Vengeance up. You go ahead and pop that, gives you your damage increase, and then you could go ahead and use your Smokescreen. Smokescreen is going to be very, very important. You want to make sure that you're activating that a lot, because that's going to reduce some of your damage taken by I can't even imagine how much, but it seems like if I wasn't using that, I was just dying like crazy. So Smokescreen you want to go ahead and use as much as you can whenever you're doing especially boss fights or elite fights, and then just keep on pushing through there with your Vault. Whenever the Smokescreen does also work very good for getting through the trash, so they're not both of them don't use too much resource up, so go ahead and use whichever one you're more comfortable with. But I was liking the Smokescreen the most for avoiding damage from the elites and the trash whenever they're shooting at you and whatnot. And then that's basically it. You use your multi-shot to attack, and if you're running low on resources, then you can just go ahead and switch over to your primary attack to get your resources back, and then you should be back in business. And if you have the Vengeance up, you can just wait a second, and then you get your Vengeance, you get your hatred back pretty quickly. So if you just move a little bit, you'll have a little bit more hatred to be able to use more multi-shot. But with the elite placements on here, I think this will help you out a lot. The Rift was very, very, very difficult for me. This has probably been one of my hardest ones that I've ever had to do. So if you guys can't do it, don't feel too bad, because it is a difficult one. If you noticed at the end here, whenever I'm on floor number 2, I kind of pass up things to go ahead and try to get this power pylon, and then I kick back and I kill all the elites, and then I collect all the orbs and get going. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing your run, and I think you guys may be able to get it, but it is a doozy, so don't get too frustrated with it. If it is a little bit more difficult, I would probably pass on this one this week. Thank you guys for watching. This is Easy Target. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It sure does help me out if you guys can subscribe. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. If you have any questions or concerns, just go ahead and leave them down in the comment section down below. But other than that, this is Easy, and I'm out.